So reversible reaction, right? So in the first question, you can see this: in which of these equilibria is the forward reaction favor by increase in pressure? By increase in pressure. Yes, बच्चों, increase in pressure जब हम करते हैं, so we know that increase in pressure favors the greater or lesser number of moles. Yes, greater or lesser. Yes, बच्चों. Lesser. Yes, lesser number of gaseous moles. You need to keep remember lesser number of gaseous moles. So if you find over here, this is gas, but on both sides, over here 2 moles and over here we have 2 moles. So this is not the right answer, right? And if you talk about this, so it is 1 mole and this is 2 mole. So on the product side, we don't have a lesser number of moles. So this is not the right answer. And over here, you can see this, we have 3 moles and here we have 2 moles, right? So on the product side, in the C part, we have lesser number of moles. So the right answer should be C. All right. And then in the second question, they are saying that methanol is made in industries by a reaction between carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas. The main thing over here to see is this. This is showing that the reaction is exothermic. This is showing you that the reaction is exothermic. And we know that exothermic reactions can be favored by the low temperature. So we need to keep about this thing. The process is usually carried out at a temperature of 400 degrees Celsius, which will correctly show the effect on both the position and the rate of reaction. We know that if we increase pressure shifts the equilibriums towards left-hand side, right? Increase the equilibrium will increase the temperature, shift the equilibrium towards left-hand side. So इन दोनों में से कोई आंसर हो सकता है, क्योंकि अगर आप इससे भी ज्यादा इंक्रीज करते हो टेम्परेचर, so exothermic reaction है, reaction left hand side पर जा सकता है. तो ये दो तो आंसर नहीं हो सकते हैं. And then rate of reaction is definitely going to be increased. So the right answer will be B. Is that right, बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Right, बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the third one, you can see this, that sulfur dioxide and oxygen reacts together, and the reaction is again exothermic. With change will increase. You need to see this word, both the rate of reaction and the equilibrium concentration of SO3. You need to see both the words, rate of reaction and equilibrium. वो कौन सा effect है जो कि दोनों चीजें बढ़ाएगा? If you increase temperature, or if you increase catalyst or whatever you are adding catalyst, so you know that catalyst only affect the rate of reaction. It is not going to increase the product, or it is going to increase the yield. तो ये तो answer नहीं हो सकता. And the reaction is exothermic. So if you're increasing the temperature, so definitely it will increase the rate of reaction. But reaction आपके पास कहाँ चला जाएगा बच्चों? Left hand side की तरफ. तो ये भी दोनों चीजें नहीं कर रहा. And if you talk about pressure, so pressure increase करने से less number of moles की तरफ जाता है. That right answer, right? And we know that both the reactants are gases, so we need to apply the pressure to increase the rate of reaction. So this is the right answer, third one. So D will be the correct answer. Right, बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then if you talk about the fourth one over here, you can see this in the fourth one, it is saying that when bismuth trichloride is added to water, a white precipitates of BiOCl form, right? White precipitates of BiOCl form, right? You need to see that they are saying white precipitates of BiOCl, right? In this reversible reaction is that equilibrium and hydrochloric acid is added. If you are adding hydrochloric acid, so the reaction will move towards backward, right? Reaction कहाँ चला जाएगा बच्चों? Backward चला जाएगा. So they are asking what happened to the mixture, right? So the position of the equilibrium shifts towards left hand side. So A answer हो सकता है आपके पास, या तो B answer हो सकता है. C and D cannot be the right answer because right hand side पे नहीं जाएगा. अगर आप product increase कर रहे हो तो reaction backward जाएगा, right? And the position of equilibrium moves towards left hand side and more white precipitates forms. You can see that white precipitates are on the product side. The product is going to be decreased, right? So white precipitates बनेंगे नहीं, white precipitates खत्म होंगे. So the right answer will be B. White precipitates disappears, right, बच्चों? Right, Bacho?
Sir?
जी बेटे.
Why would the precipitates disappear?
Because when you are adding products, so the reaction is actually moving backward. So when the reaction is actually moving backward, it shows that the product is going to be decomposes and the reaction is moving towards left hand side. So definitely not all the white precipitates are going to be disappear, but many of them are going to be disappear to make sure that the dynamic equilibrium established, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now we have now 4 more MCQs. Now first your turn, you need to complete all these 4 MCQs first, and then I will give you the right answers of these, okay? So we can see this over here, but in question number 5, what they are saying the equation shows that the mixture of hydrogen gas and iodine vapors can reach dynamic equilibrium, and the equation is given to us, right? And the two students X and Y make a statement about the equilibrium mixture. X student says that hydrogen iodide is continually being formed and decomposed. This is the correct thing. We know that the reversible reaction are not going to be stopped, right? They continuously make and decompose, right? So why is student said that if more hydrogen is injected into the equilibrium, then the equilibrium concentration of HI increases. This is also correct. This means that both are correct. So the right answer is A. Both X and Y are correct, right, Bacho? Then in MCQ number 6, chlorine can be manufactured by the following reaction. You can see over here, and the delta H is negative, so it's showing you that this is the exothermic reaction, right? So a mixture in dynamic equilibrium is formed, which change to the mixture will increase the amount of chlorine. Increase the amount of chlorine. Chlorine is actually product. So if you want to increase this, catalyst is not going to do this because catalyst only speeds up the reaction. If you are adding more HCl, definitely more chlorine will be formed. Right, so the right answer will be B. Is that right, Bacho?
Yes, sir.
Then in question number 7, sulfur trioxide is produced by the following reactions. And you can see this, that this is again the exothermic reaction. So let's see which change in condition would produce a greater yield of SO3. They're asking to increase the yield of SO3. So you need to see this, adding catalyst is not going to do this, right? Increasing pressure can do, because pressure increase step karte hain, so it is going to shift the equilibrium towards less number of moles, and we have 2 over here, and over here we have 3, right? So it means the correct answer is B. If you increase the pressure, so it will increase the yield, because the reaction is going towards the less number of gaseous moles. Then question number 8 is saying the following reversible reaction take place in the closed vessel at constant temperature. When the system has reached equilibrium, more T is added. So you need to see this. T is one of the product. When you increase this, so the reaction is moving backward. So when the reaction is moving backward, all the concentration of all the reactants are going to be increased or maybe affected, right? So you can see this. Which increase in concentration occur. They are asking what is the thing which is going to be increased. So definitely P, Q, and R. P, Q, and R going to be increases because they all are reactants. Is that right, every one of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move on towards the next few questions. Over here we have 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now 5 questions more over here for you. You need to solve these questions first, then we will do this. So MCQ number 9 is saying that the equation shows the formation of sulfur trioxide in the contact process, right? And the equation is given, and also the enthalpy change, which is showing that the reaction is exothermic. What would decrease the yield of sulfur trioxide in a given time? So they are asking for decrease in productivity, right? So you can see this, that if you increase the oxygen, so definitely oxygen is one of the reactants, so it will definitely increase the yield. So this cannot be the right answer. Then increase in pressure, we know that increase in pressure shifts the equilibrium towards right hand side because the less number of moles. So this cannot be the right answer. The right answer is temperature, because we know that this is an exothermic reaction, and exothermic reaction favors by the low temperature. So if you increase the temperature, so it will shift towards backward, right? So the right answer will be C. Then MCQ number 10 is saying that which statement about catalyst is correct for a typical equilibrium reaction. So a catalyst can be either an inorganic or an organic species, a catalyst does not take part in the reaction. A catalyst only speeds up the reaction of forward. No, this is completely wrong. That catalyst only speeds up the forward reaction. Catalyst can speed up any reaction, forward or backward, right? And then a catalyst provide the energy required to start a reaction. No, it's completely wrong, because this is activation energy, and you know that activation energy is actually decreased by catalyst but not provided by the catalyst. So the two options are over there, A and B, which can be right. A catalyst that does not take part in the reaction. Listen, every one of you, if you talk about catalyst, so they definitely take part in the reaction. Without taking part in the reaction, it cannot speed up the reaction, because we know that catalysts provide alternate part to the reaction. So it take part, but definitely not consume. So this is wrong. So the right answer will be A. This is not fixed that all the time we need to use organic or inorganic catalyst in a reversible reaction. We can use any one of them, because in the whole syllabus, we have both type of catalyst in our syllabus. So that's fine. We can even use organic or inorganic catalyst, any one of them, right? Then MCQ number 11 is saying that when a solution containing a silver ions is added to the solution containing iron 2 ions, and equilibrium is set up, right? And then the addition of which substance would not affect the amount of silver precipitates, right? Just look at over there. So if you increase silver, so definitely it will reaction, it will shift the equilibrium towards right hand side. If you increase iron, so definitely it will increase the reaction towards the right hand side. If you increase iron 3, so definitely iron 3 will shift the equilibrium backward side. And then if you increase water, so there is no effect of increasing water over here. So the right answer will be D. Increasing water have no effect on the equilibrium. Right, every one of you? Yes, everyone, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then MCQ number 12, the MCQ is saying that the equation shows a reversible reaction, and the equation is given to you. The forward reaction is endothermic. They are saying that the forward reaction is endothermic. Which of these changes will increase the yield of NO2? Endothermic reactions require higher temperature. So we know that the right answer can be B or can be D. As we know that the greater number of moles on the product side, so we need to keep pressure low. So the right answer should be B. Decrease in pressure and increase in temperature will increase the yield, right? And then MCQ number 13 is saying that at 400 degrees centigrade, the reaction between hydrogen and iodine reaches at equilibrium, and the reaction is reversible. You can see this. With change in condition would increase the percentage of hydrogen iodide in the equilibrium mixture, right? You can see this. The number of moles on the both sides are same, so there is no effect of pressure. So this is completely wrong, right? Increase or decrease in pressure cannot be the right answer. But the reaction is exothermic. So we know that exothermic reactions are feasible at low temperature. So decrease in temperature can increase the yield. Right, bacho? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then we have 4 more questions over here. So let's see, can you solve this or not? Let's try this. More question. So you can see this, that question number 14 is saying the equation shows the reaction of the formation of sulfur trioxide, again, because it's a very common question. The reaction is actually exothermic. With change in reaction condition would produce more sulfur trioxide. For more sulfur trioxide, we know that this is exothermic reaction, so low temperature would be favorable, right? So is there any temperature decrease in temperature? No. So this is wrong, right? One more thing, we have 2 moles over here on the product side, and on the reactor side we have 3 moles. So increase in pressure can also, you can say that, increase the yield. So here we have increase in pressure. No, so it's also wrong. And catalyst key addition, so there is no effect on products. So the right answer will be D. Removing some sulfur trioxide. Definitely when you remove sulfur trioxide, so the amount on product side should be lower, and the equilibrium shifts towards right hand side, more product would be formed. So the right answer will be D. Then over here we have the next question. Question number 15, the reversible reaction below has reached dynamic equilibrium. Over here, the reaction is given. Also, what does the term dynamic equilibrium means? So it's very simple. The rate of forward reaction and the backward reactions are equal. So the right answer will be D, definitely. All right. And then in the contact process for making sulfuric acid, one step involved the oxidation of sulfur dioxide as shown. The forward reaction is exothermic, which change would increase the amount of sulfur dioxide again. Anyone between these two can do this. Increase in temperature, no. Increase in temperature, no. Decrease in pressure, no. Definitely decrease in temperature can increase the product, because this is exothermic reaction and exothermic reactions are feasible at low temperatures, right? Then question number 17 is saying that chlorine can be manufactured by using reversible reaction between hydrogen chloride and oxygen, as shown over here, right? You can see this, the delta H is negative, so this is exothermic reaction. Which change to the mixture will increase the amount of chlorine? Adding catalyst, no. Adding more HCl, definitely adding more HCl will produce more chlorine. So the right answer will be B. Then if you talk about the next three questions over here, you can see this, that question number 18 is saying that the equation shows 4 reversible reactions. For which reaction would the equilibrium move to the right hand side for both an increase in pressure and increase in temperature? So if you increase temperature, so definitely the endothermic reaction would be favorable, right? So which one is endothermic? This one is endothermic or this one is endothermic? So the right answer can be B or C. So increase in pressure would shift the equilibrium toward right hand side if the number of moles on the right hand side are lesser. So over here you can see this 4 plus 5, there are 9 moles, and over here we have 4 and 6, we have 10 moles. So the right hand side is the lesser number of moles, and if you see over here, this 2 is to 1. So the right answer would be B, right? And if you talk about question number 19, so it is saying that methanol is made by reacting carbon monoxide and hydrogen. The reaction is exothermic. This is the main thing. You need to see this. The equation for the reaction is shown. With change in temperature and pressure increase the yield. We know that exothermic reaction required low temperature. So this should be the right answer, can be A or B. Definitely these two cannot be the right answer, right? And then you can see this, we have 1 mole over here and over here we have 3 moles. So definitely increase in pressure would do this. So the right answer will be bacho B. And if you talk about MCQ number 20, which is the last MCQ for today, you can see this, the ammonia is manufactured by the reversible reaction and the equation is shown, and the reaction is also exothermic. It is known by the information. What is the effect of increasing pressure on the percentage yield and the rate of formation of ammonia? Definitely both are the gases. So increase in pressure definitely increase the rate of reaction. So increase rate of reaction is rate of reaction increase hoga. So B can be the answer or D can be the answer, right? And what about the yield? So if you talk about number of moles, so over here the number of moles are 2 and over here the number of moles 4. So if you increase the pressure, so it will shift the equilibrium towards the last number of moles. So definitely yield is also going to be increased. So the right answer would be D. Is that right, every one of you?
Yes, sir.
So these are the some MCQs that you need to keep remember. You need to do some practice about these